Welcome, everybody. Here I am, Princess JJ. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Reiki Journey. My name is JJ. I see some people in the chat here, some of my friends, Richie and Brenda. Both of them have a channel you should go check out. Richie's Reach, and then Brenda's is Imagine with Me Shamanic Journeys. I've had the pleasure I've had the pleasure of seeing, oh, and Desert Dawn's here too. But I've had the pleasure actually of working with all of those people, and they have really amazing stories. And I recommend you go over and check out those YouTube channels. And I also want to talk about, well, first of all, if you don't know who I am, my name's JJ, and I am a Reiki practitioner. I am a light language, I'd like to say I'm a light language teacher because back in 2016, a language emerged, all at once. And I've been playing and practicing with that since then. And I really love working and helping people with their light languages, whether it's spoken or art. You know, a language can be all sorts of different things. Good morning to Jewel and Patty, Desert Dawn. I just went to this beautiful retreat in Sedona, Arizona, and I had the pleasure of Richie and Desert Dawn just playing together with energy, playing together with the land, and it was a blast. I I love that I got a chance to meet them in person. It was really fun. Lots of really cool things happened, and I don't even know if I've landed back on Earth yet. For the people here who know, um, for the people here who know, Debbie Freebird Spirit, Kevin the Healing Medium, and Jeffrey Peck. I'm not sure I think it might just be Jeffrey Peck, but for his YouTube, but he also has a website, it's jeffreypeck.com. And yeah, powerful, powerful people. And it was powerful, powerful land. And it was in this, held in this dwelling, this structure of where the owners, it's just also supported the journey because you could tell how much they really love what they do. And they're there like every day, all hours, it seems like. They fed us the best food. And and then the most important ingredient I feel like is the people who showed up, who were able to come to Sedona and learn and play with energy and spirit and heal and, yeah, give and receive. It was a really beautiful experience, and I hope if you don't get a chance to go further away for a retreat, look around for a local class. I started with taking a local Reiki class, and that's how I started my spiritual community. And Reiki was my gateway into other things. Reiki came first, and then the light language, and then some visions, and the physical empath journey, and all of that. So that's just a little bit about me. I'm going to turn my screen up, which will reflect in my glasses. Hi, Bernie girl. Yeah, I love this community. Yeah, Michelle says, I often recall you whispering in my ear light language in Utah. Yeah, Michelle, oh, I got goosebumps. I love it when so I call the language tuta because I asked like what can I call you? And so it's like a channeling. Um and they said tuta because there's more than one. So tuta is like a teacher and they kind of rotate depending on who I'm working with or what I'm working on. It's pretty interesting. I love it. I love tuta. But I love it when they're working on somebody and they whisper. It's like they whisper in their head, like, remember, remember who you are. um, Also, I do want to say, like, I've taken Reiki classes before, even all the way up to the Reiki master. And I took the class that they were teaching in Sedona because, one, it's in a powerful place. There were three different teachers, and I just knew that it was going to be powerful. And I feel like I feel like if I took a Reiki class, like every 6 months, I would learn something new. Just because I feel like how energy is just kind of aligning to the times and things change. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Desert Dawn was and Richie were in Reiki, and it was Desert Dawn doing the hands-on healing. It's like I could feel exactly where they were because there was a group working on me, and it felt it felt the energy felt supported and loved. So yeah, enough about Sedona. um, I will say I'm really looking forward to today. It's been a little while since I've been on, and I just really want to offer if this is what Tuta intends, which I get it wrong all the time, but I'm really hoping that we can just send out some loving kindness and um, yeah, I haven't experienced this in a while, but there are times energetically when things go kooky. And it happened this past week where my phone was doing that thing where it bounces around the screen. My microphone so far this morning before I went live stopped working 3 times. So, um, one of the things one of the things like I love to think about is the unseen things. And maybe if we could just settle down some of those unseen things out there energetically, because we have enough going on. I don't know about you, but I don't need my phone bouncing around or going up to a cash register and it doesn't work when I show up. Like I don't need that stuff in my life. So let's see if Tuta can help us with that. Um, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and especially everybody here who actually anybody here, no matter if you're here on replay or right now, just get comfortable where you are. Um, you can just always ask your body, like, hey body, can we relax as much as we possibly can right now and experience this for our best and highest good? Just I give my body permission to relax in this moment and relaxing even further. And just preparing ourselves for this beautiful experience, patting ourselves on the back for showing up for this whenever you can. It's nice to know we're not alone. So calling in whether we know them or not, our people, our team, um, the ones that the ones that can offer the best support for us right now. Tuta and the ground. Tuta and the ground want to work with us. Okay, so microphone's being kooky again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, whatever. You guys might have to adjust your volumes. Let's work on the ground and think about static electricity and the other kind of electricities that I have no idea about. Atutoma, dieta, yeta. Matutoma mash tanu yawama, tiatia nono kushiwa. They're talking about a thread. Yanut mama mashtita, sometimes like with static electricity in the hair, the thread, tutanushita can tutano nonoshtita, matutonoma kushiwa, the thread can come apart a little bit. Like just sticking out a little bit here and there. And imagine just like if these were super sensitive nerve endings, and just even a breath on those little frayed edges of that thread can have some big feelings, big changes. Tituta tutana tutama tia ma ashima yawa nui tawa mama itwa iwashiba tiama tiano. And just thinking of us when we're not connected to the ground, there are more things that can affect those frayed edges of our thread. If we are thread, those things can affect us a little bit more. So let's ground. Just imagine you're rubbing your bare feet on the ground. Tutama, yeti. Tano mamamashita, yanu. Talking to the soil, talking to the dirt, talking to earth. Anutia pa iwa. Thank you for supporting our steps. Thank you for catching us when we fall. Unata ta anuma. Thank you for helping us breathe the oxygen. Tutitano ashema yatiawa. Thank you for filling our eyes with beauty. Tanu tamashtata, filling our lungs with the fresh air. Kuti anu ati ama ushewa, providing the water for our tutama pa ono pa to ka oshamatia ma yewa. They're talking about the water as far as helping us with our connection to spirit. Matuti anu ta ku ishmatiawa. The many ways that water helps us. Atu. Atatanama ashamatiatiana ti anama ashavatiawa. And they are talking about those metaphoric storms that can happen in our lives to us individually, and beyond us individually. There's so many layers. They're saying like us individually. And then even with us individually, it's like there are layers of us. It's like you can go so many layers within, but there's so many layers without, because you have your like immediate family, extended family, your community, and it goes on and on and on. So they're talking about that frayed thread of us. Let's just think like if this was like our nerve endings, like that important, that touchy, that sensitive, if there were these frayed pieces and parts, let's just think together, like how could we help that? The earth, from what I'm seeing, the earth is Tamati oku ushimatia wa ishima ye wa yetia is offering this almost like a liquid thread, this golden liquid thread. It reminds me of like magma. Urshma. It's like the perfect conducive kotita natanaka urshma. It's this golden thread that they're offering to come on up through our feet, like right in the middle of our feet. And we can almost feel the earth rumbling even a little bit, like getting ready for this beautiful, warm, golden thread. Anuya tuyama shiwa, drinking it up like the straw. Yano na 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 ye washima. Pau kita o kita o kita 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 mashiwa. So however you're imagining the thread that is frayed, your thread, see this wrapping around. Yano na 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 ye ti ta 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 ye mama ye mama. Maokai, Maokai. Ye nana, ye nana, ye nana, ye paukai, ye ya ya mama, ye wati. Ye ti. Ta ta ta, ye nana, na, ye maokai. Maokai. Tao tai, tao washe. Mai ta 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 tai, whoosh, 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 nana ye, mama ye. And as that continues to wherever it needs to go, helping us with those frayed parts of our thread, just see in your body if anything is talking right now. Like I have tightness in my throat. I'm sure that's for me and for some other people here. Whatever it is you're experiencing physically, just notice it. I will just say thank you for showing me this. Tatuka nkanata tia ma ishamatia yawa. And it's as if when we cover those frayed pieces of our thread, they're not communicating in the same way. Like something has shifted and changed. And even if it's for like the best and highest good, that still means that there was a shift. And then we can feel these things in our physical body sometimes. So just checking in if you can feel it anywhere in your body. I can feel it in someone's like collarbone, definitely the throat. And they're also saying that with the golden earth thread, or the golden this golden beautiful thread that helped us, it's almost as if you can imagine us being wrapped up, swaddled like a baby in this beautiful golden thread. It's warm and it's flexible. It's not like we're creating like the chrysalis, anything that's too confining. It's something that moves with us. It energizes us. And in a way, it's like how sometimes people have lightning rods, so the lightning doesn't strike their house. It's kind of like that, where the things that might have affected us because our thread was frayed, those things aren't going to to be able to affect us as much. So they said go ahead and see wherever it is that you're feeling any discomfort, or if you want to just see this beautiful liquid flexible golden energy, just come through and warm everything inside of you. But it's also cooling any inflammation. And it's beautiful, as if it's like this tuning fork, this beautiful frequency where if I imagine it going through you, through us, and then passing through again like windshield wipers. Tatya totya na 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 kya. Na 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 ye wa shiwa. Bring that healing frequency for us. Tia she nama ye tamama shema ye wa. Matui, matui, matui. Getting those knees. Tiano shewa, the ankles, the feet, the toes, and then going back up. Tiana tushtita ye na 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 ye ma tu ya ma shema ye tiama wa sheukiti pama sheukaye. Uti, 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 tama shewa tiama kia. Tamasheuki, Tamasheuki, Taye, 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 Taye. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And just checking in. Do you feel all fizzy like your ginger ale? Patota, nama, nama. I feel fizzy. I'm fizzy inside. Tiamoku, yappa, yappa, yappa. They're in a playful mood today. Okay, so they're talking about, how do you want me to explain that? I don't know if you guys have seen that, like on YouTube or wherever it is you see videos of the people that do the magnet fishing. Like they have these big magnets and they lower it into the water like off a bridge, and then they pull these strong magnets up to see what kind of treasures they can find. It's a really interesting thing to do, um, and they're showing it to me. So for playfulness, they are talking about, what if we lowered, you can call it a spirit magnet, a helper magnet, just seeing it being lowered as if we are the murky water, and seeing it be lowered down, either in front of us, within us, behind us, however it is you want to see. Maybe it goes over the whole of us. And it's dipping for, let's just see what we find. Like, just imagine you have this big spirit magnet going through you. Ka'amatia, fishing for those things. And letting it sit wherever it has settled, and collecting, this makes me want to cry, collecting the remembrance, the remembering, as if the remembering is located under the silt from the floods, the silt from time. And gently, magnetically tugging at the remembering. and seeing us individually sitting down in the depths of us, um, sitting with the maybe we are the magnet and sitting down where this light shines just enough on this silty bottom floor, and just putting our hands just putting our hands in the water around us and on the silty sand, just sitting there for a second, sitting with the remembering, having the remembering be right there. That's why water is so amazing. It's like helps us with the spirit stuff. And I'm not sure how you're seeing it, but I see it as, as we're really small, kuta, and the light is shining through this dark water because it's deep. It's the depth of us. But there's this one light that comes through, and it's like it's shining a little bit on us and on the earth, in the water. And the water is calm, but they're saying if we take our hands, just to let the remembering know that we're here. It's like playing with the water, so the water will play with that the silt. Ta'anoti tana ti 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 tama shewa tiama mama mama, as if we're calling the silt up. Matu yeti with the water's help. Batu yama shewa yeti, and as silty earth can be, there's these little gold flecks in it catching that light. Yanua ti 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 nama shewa, digging our hands into the silt now to help the water, to help the silt and the remembering. Kukana, 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 etamashewi kawashemawai. Kaush ma ye pa ona tiama urshama tiawa ye titita makoyewa. And what would it feel like to be in this water, to see that Totama paka ashama, the remembering kuka 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 kunadana namashema tiewa, swirling around kuka ma 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 ishewa. And I feel like it's not just our remembering. I mean, like it's not just an individual, it's an our remembering. Like the history of us, the history of something bigger than us. It's almost as if like these movie screens or these TV screens like show up in this remembering time of, I can't quite see what is on the screens, but I can tell like each one is like an individual time. It's not the same movie. Like some are battles of older times. When we wore the metal helmets. And they talk about the religious times. Tita, tita, ko anoti, atuta, otuta, atuta, atuta, kuma ushima, yapa, yapa, ko tia anu ashima tiawa, atiama, ko tiapa. And through all of those times, music, the music, they're showing me the different musical instruments. Tuyama shima tiawa shiwa brought comfort, matui, matui, and faith. Tata na 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 ye mama camaraderie. Kiatu ta ye matiama ba shima tiawa. Paoki tamashe wawa ye. It's like the grand language of light, of frequencies, music. Papa nu tu, papa nu, tatanu mama kushua. And it's as simple as using your hands. Pano na shematia wa mama ye watia pa. Tua shematia ma wa she wa ye. And how we can tune up our lives in a playful way, where if you have these strings, the strings of us, T, 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 T. They're like strings. Sometimes I see them as light. Kuti, kuti, kuti. But each time, Amatuto would just ask that they get tuned for whatever song is here now for our best and highest good. Tia, 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 tia. Tia, 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 tia. Kota, kota, kota. It is the time for this golden energy, element of the earth, to come in. Like at the beginning of this transmission, we'll say, Atu Matthew, Atu Tomamama, Ashtatano ka, Oshtatano yawa, Yititi. I know the closer to the remembering is sound. Amantutiano kupashawa, when you're humming outside. Anutiopa is like awakening the seeds within. Ko atota, and the seeds outside of us. Matutano ko shamatia. So humming, uya koti kaye tamashiwai. It's in a playful way, in a sad way, all sorts of ways. That's the beauty of sound, frequency, music. They are showing us finding this. So sometimes we can think of our, our aura, or these energetic layers of us. They're saying, like, when you're waiting in line, or when you're somewhere where there's like a lot of emotions, or you can tell someone might be having a hard time. And it's almost as if we can ask this beautiful sound and frequency to just kind of go through. And it's not really up to us to tune other people's energy up, but what if we could work on the air around all of us and not the people, because that may not be appropriate. But what if we could work on the sound around them, the frequency around them, something to play around with. If you notice somebody, especially all the empaths here, if you're waiting in line and you notice that somebody is, maybe agitated or sad or whatever, just try supporting in a beautiful way of, like, just sending out this frequency and song to them in the air, but not, you know what I mean? We need to be appropriate. I struggled with that because I'm a helper, and it's like, it's not appropriate to work on people without their permission. I mean, you could always ask if this is in the best and highest good. But yeah, that's a lesson I had to learn, and I'm still learning. It's not really my job Um, my job is to take care of me, and that's not a fun thing when you're a mom or like an empath. But those are just some ideas of how you can be practicing spirit stuff. Some of us, I know I get a lot of comfort when I'm in water, like the bathtub or a shower. Um, and I can also get it when there's a fan or like an electrical noise, like the vacuum cleaner. Sometimes I can get things that way. So everybody has their own way of, receiving. So just be open to the possibilities, I feel like is what they're saying. Um, yeah. I'm looking at the comments. Um, oh, thank you, Jewel. What an interesting picture you have. Says November 1st, the new moon in Scorpio is exact on my ascendant. I wait for the moon to activate to do ceremony. That is today. Woohoo! So happy to have this as part of this powerful moon. Yeah, that's really cool, especially with the whole water and the earth, and that worked out pretty well. In Rose Blue, I hope everything gets unclogged spiritually and in your plumbing in your house. Welcome to all the people who came in. I see Lori's here. Annie, beautiful Annie Bear's here. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out and playing. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. I feel like um, the energy was powerful, and they're like, "We did it. That's it. The end." um, this says, my friend's son recovered keys he dropped by our boat with a big magnet. Yes. That's so cool. I love it when it works out. uh, La Luna, you're welcome. I needed this today as well. Everybody go out there, try to have the best day you possibly can. Take care of yourself, listen to music, be near water if that's what works for you. Practice, practice, practice. And Bernie Girl says, I saw orange and gold colors. Beautiful. Oh, and then mauve with a burning flame behind it, then a sheet of snow on it. Go, Bernie Girl. That's awesome. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up, being a part of this. And yeah, I will see you further on down the road. Bye, everybody.